Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. Today we will take up RNA, that is ribonucleic acid. This ribonucleic acid is present in all the living organisms, both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, and it is chiefly found in the cytoplasm and in the nucleolus of a cell. Inside the cytoplasm, it occurs freely as well as in association with ribosomes or within the ribosomes, and this RNA can also be detected from some intracellular cell organelles like mitochondria, chloroplasts, and remains also associated with the eukaryotic chromosomes. In some plant viruses, RNA acts as the genetic material while DNA is absent. Generally, RNA is cellular. It takes part in cellular functions, but in some viruses where DNA is absent, RNA acts as the genetic material. This is the occurrence, and RNA is present in all the living organisms, both prokaryotes as well as eukaryotes, and is chiefly found in the cytoplasm and in the nucleolus. Inside the cytoplasm, it occurs freely as well as within the ribosomes, and this RNA, it can also be detected from mitochondria, chloroplasts, and remains associated with the eukaryotic chromosomes. And in some plant viruses, it acts as the genetic material while DNA is absent. Now, structure of RNA. Like DNA, this RNA is also a polynucleotide. It is also a polynucleotide that is produced by phosphodiester bonds. That is produced by phosphodiester bonds between ribonucleotides in the same manner as in case of DNA. In the same manner as in case of DNA. And as we have seen in DNA is a polynucleotide chain, and the polynucleotide chains, they are bonded with each other, connected with each other by phosphodiester bonds between deoxyribonucleotides, and here the phosphodiester bonds are formed between ribonucleotides in the same manner as in case of DNA. But here this RNA, it has generally a single-stranded structure. In DNA we have a double-stranded structure. Here this RNA, it has a single-stranded structure, and it is made up of single polynucleotide chain, except some viruses where RNA is double-stranded. And generally this RNA is single-stranded in most of the living organisms, that is both prokaryotes and eukaryotes, except some viruses where RNA is double-stranded. And this RNA, it consists of an unbranched polynucleotide chain folding on itself, forming helices. And in DNA we have a double-stranded chain, but here we have a single-stranded chain which is folding on itself and forming helices. It is a single polynucleotide chain which is produced by phosphodiester bonds between the adjacent ribonucleotide chains, and this chain, it folds on itself, forming helices. And this single strand, it is folded in such a way. The single strand is folded in such a way that the chain formed by sugar and phosphorus is external. The single strand is folded in such a way that the chain formed by sugar and phosphate is external, while the complementary nitrogenous bases are projected inside, joined by hydrogen bonds as in DNA. And the strand, it is folded on itself in such a way that the sugar and phosphorus forms the main strand. It is external, and nitrogenous bases, they are projected inside, connected by hydrogen bonds as in DNA. And this RNA, it has a ribose sugar instead of DNA, deoxyribose sugar in case of DNA. It has a ribose sugar. It has a ribose sugar instead of deoxyribose sugar, as we have seen in case of DNA. And similarly, this RNA, it has also four types of nitrogenous bases, and this contains uracil. RNA contains uracil instead of thiamine. It contains uracil instead of thiamine. The three main differences, what we can say: it has a single polynucleotide chain, number one. Number second, it contains ribose sugar, and number third, it contains uracil nitrogenous base instead of thiamine. And uracil is replaced by thiamine is replaced by uracil in RNA. And the base composition of RNA does not follow Chargaff's rule. The base composition of RNA does not follow Chargaff's rule. That is, A beta U is not equal to G beta C is not equal to 1. As we have seen in case of this DNA, A beta T is equal to G beta C is equal to 1, but here A beta U, the ratio of adenine and uracil and guanine and this cytosine, they are not equal to unity, they are not equal to 1, or in other words we can see AU is not equal to GC is not equal to 1. And this RNA molecule, it is stabler than DNA because of intramolecular pairing between nucleotides, because of the presence of intramolecular pairing between the nucleotides. Here we have intramolecular pairing between the nucleotides, but in DNA we have intermolecular pairing between two polynucleotide chains. Here we have pairing between the nucleotides of the same polynucleotide chain. That is why we say that RNA is stabler than DNA. Let me repeat. RNA like DNA, when we see the structure of RNA like DNA is a polynucleotide that is produced by phosphodiester linkage between ribonucleotides in the same manner as in case of DNA. RNA molecule generally has a single-stranded structure, except some viruses where it is double-stranded, consisting of an unbranched polynucleotide chain folding on itself, forming helices. The single strand is folded in such a way that the chain formed by sugar and phosphorus is external, while the complementary nitrogenous bases are projected inside and joined by hydrogen bonds as in DNA. The RNA nucleotides have ribose sugar in place of deoxyribose sugar, which participates in the formation of sugar-phosphate backbone of RNA. The four nitrogenous bases found in RNA are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and uracil. The thymine base is found in DNA is replaced by uracil in RNA. The base composition of RNA does not follow Chargaff's rule, that is, adenine but a uracil is not equal to guanine but a cytosine is not equal to 1, or adenine uracil is not equal to guanine and cytosine is not unity, is not equal to 1, and this RNA, it is stabler than DNA because of the presence of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. This is all about the structure of RNA. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.